This is my attempt to get somebody answering the phone, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, to file verbal charges on dirty cops that have been ignoring or protecting criminal boom car terrorists. I find it awfully interesting. I had a Sergeant Stryker of the Panama City Police Department file false charges on me. He did it over the phone. I had somebody where there was a business right across the street where there was a boom car punk. And all you gotta do is look under Jimbikeman, Gangs Own Cops YouTube there. And you can see where I asked this lowlife, who was a high-ranking gang member, because I saw a gang symbol on his vehicle, to turn down his base, because I was all the way across the street, a 4-lane highway in my home. And it was vibrating and disturbing the shit out of me. Well, over the phone, the business calls the cops. Over the phone, the cops automatically take their side, even though the Florida Department of Law Enforcement website specifically states that a cop is supposed to be impartial. My side was never written down. It's like automatically they look at who's got the gold, and then they decide the rules. So, this has been over 10 years that I have tried to do in a lawful manner, phoning in probably more times, easily, over 1,000 times over the years, trying to do something about these boom car terrorists, American enemies. And so, I find it awfully interesting that the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's got this bullshit about service integrity, respect, and quality. Yet at the same time, when a citizen tries to turn in dirty cops, all of a sudden, they can't figure out how to do that. So, yeah, you're going to hear strong language of disgust. And that's all cussing is. And remember this. Anybody that recognizes a cuss word, they've used it themselves. So anyway, and then on top of that, they're trying to use intimidation on me. This line's being recorded. I don't think they've ever had anybody go, gee, I'm glad you're recording. And then I'm saying, anything that condemns you in your language, are you going to record that? So anyway, this is a continuation here, right here.
Sheriff can arrest anywhere in Bay County. The Bay County Sheriff can arrest anywhere in Bay County. The Bay County Sheriff can arrest anywhere in Bay County.
That's Bay County, Florida.
The Bay County Sheriff's Office.
County Sheriff's Department. I was trying to report, and I'm putting on hold every time. Oh, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Why do you record the line?
Can I help you with something?
I want to know why you record the line.
That's our protocol, sir. Is there something I can
Protocol?
help you with?
Okay, I'm calling Tallahassee, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. What I'm trying to do, as of August 18, 2016, there was a very serious drug operation going on in Panama City, Florida. The drug dealers go up all night, all day. The same vehicles call a suspicious pattern. I've tried to get the Panama City Police Department to do something about it. They won't do anything about it. I've tried to get the Bay County Sheriff's Department to do something about it. And I think that they're drug runners for the cops. Now, what do we do about a situation like that? Not only that, miss, what is your name, please?
I'm not at liberty to give that out right now, but go ahead, I'm listening.
Do you have an operator number? You know, something to where I can document this phone call.
This will be 8529.
Thank you very much. Have you ever heard those super loud car stereos in Tallahassee?
No, sir.
You never have?
I'm not familiar with that, no, sir.
You never heard those radios, those real loud radios in Tallahassee? in cars.
There's people playing loud music? I'm not familiar with the name of speakers or anything, but I know people playing loud music.
Okay, did you know? Did you swear an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution?
I'm not a sworn officer.
Oh, you don't swear an oath under 876 of the Florida statutes? You can't get 1 penny unless you swear an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution, United States Constitution. You know that, don't you?
I'm not a sworn officer.
It doesn't matter if you're a sworn officer, because basically all I find is they're a bunch of crooks. Now, what I'm trying to report is there a huge drug...
Now notice, I've done my research. It says specifically under 876 of the Florida statutes, they can't get 1 penny. It's like they are taught, this is probably a wannabe cop or something like that, and they are trained how to expertly lie and fool and use your ignorance against you.
Stealing operation going on. There's a drug house somewhere in Panama City, Florida, and they go to Panama City Beach, which is one of the largest drug dealing areas in the world. Not my words, National Geographic special. I've tried to get the Bay County Sheriff's Department what it is. They have these vehicles that have the super loud radios in them that they use for signaling as they go down the road. You know, their customers, the drug dealers. I've tried to get the Panama City Police Department to do something about it. They won't do anything about it. There's a guy named Eric tonight, August 18, 2016. I tried to get the Bay County Sheriff's Department to arrest Eric, who's a dispatcher, because he refused to send a car out, a cop car, to arrest this white boom car.
There was also a John Paladin, who was of the Panama City Idiot Fucking Clown Department, using every different excuse they can, saying 3015, even though it applies to the Sheriff's Department, he can't make a stretch, and also include the cops. You know, using the same statute to arrest these boom car punks. And it's like, so there was a guy by the name of James Spann that was arrested under 877.03 of the Florida statutes because he had a loud radio in a residence. But these boom car punk motherfuckers can go up and down the road with their loud radios, and they can't apply that. Immediately they can arrest these motherfuckers. So I said, man, I'm a firm believer in freedom of speech.
So what can we citizens do? Do we have a right to live in our homes in peace?
Sir, you say you've already reported it to your local law enforcement?
They won't.
Now listen to this. Listen to this bitch. She won't even fucking answer a simple question. Do I have a motherfucking right to live in goddamn peace? See, they train these fucking lowlifes that are in the state. I don't know who the lowlife fucker is that teaches them to say, not my job, not my jurisdiction, I'm not authorized, that's a local issue, I wasn't there, prove it. They're very slick at avoiding and helping out citizens, even though they're called public servants, which is a goddamn lie.
Do anything.
I advise you call them again and ask to speak to their internal affairs and file a complaint expressing your concern.
Now what she's basically saying is fuck you, it ain't my goddamn problem. I'm too busy reading Cosmopolitan, and I got my fucking sorry ass motherfucking face stuck in a goddamn makeup mirror, and I can't think past the makeup mirror. And I got Title IX to protect me, that I can cry that I was sexually harassed, and as I'm leaving the position there, hey, I got attorneys already in my back pocket with calling cards to arrest these agencies, and then I split the money up. See, she forgets about the day, and I remember the day when all her fucking ass could be is goddamn barefoot and fucking pregnant. So this is proof. They don't give a shit about nobody unless there's some kind of way that they can profit off of it. And see, the thing is, this is, she, you would think, in the position that she's in, answering a very important phone, she's basically saying, well, go back to the people that were causing the fucking problem. But at the same time, if something fucking happens to her, if somebody decides to fucking pinch her on the ass or something like that, she'll fucking cry, oh, I was sexually harassed. But they fucking forget about, and I remember them fucking days. If a female wanted to be a cop, or if a female wanted to be a fire department person, or any position like that, they'd say, "Go, why don't you go play with your Barbie dolls?" I remember them motherfucking days.
Saying that you feel like you've expressed this to the agency and they haven't responded in a manner that you feel is appropriate. Then after that, you can give us a call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we can connect you over to our Office of Executive Investigation.
You all make it real hard to turn in dirty cops, don't you?
No, sir. I was giving you the steps.
I'm talking. Okay, I'm giving you a verbal complaint over the phone right now. Okay.
Yes, sir. I understand.
All right. I'm assuming that you're going to relay it. And see, the thing is, this is why should I have to expose myself? Okay, because I'm trying to turn in dirty cops and dirty drug and drug dealers. Why should I have to expose myself? Isn't there something called anonymous calls?
Sir?
I'm asking you a question.
Sir, I'm trying to answer your question, sir. Like I said, you can call the Office of Executive Investigation tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
I have tried. Yeah, I have. Do you know who? Do you know? Yeah. Do you know who Rick Swearington is? Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Rick? No. I want to ask you a question. No, don't interrupt me. 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 Are you a cop? Are you a wannabe cop? Don't interrupt me. Don't you have any manners? Okay, now, don't you have any manners?
Now you'll notice that this bitch hung up. You'll notice how she wanted to interrupt me. She's taught these goddamn dirty ass motherfucking cop techniques. See? The truth of the matter is she's probably a wannabe cop or something like that. Had relatives that was a fucking cop. And I can guarantee you they don't put these positions in the fucking public newspaper or anything like that. She fucking knew somebody. But she forgets about the days when she could only be barefoot and pregnant.